Hey, Andrea, thanks so much. Emma Donoghue is back on the bookshelves and back in our studios this morning. Her newest novel is putting three monks, okay, listen to this, three monks on a mission on an isolated island. This island you're looking at, you might recognize it. It's a UNESCO designated World Heritage Site near Ireland. Emma Donoghue is joining us in studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
Congrats on the new book.
Thank you so much.
You've been very busy over the last couple of years, I have to say. It is so nice to have you back in studio. The new novel, I'm holding it right now. It is called Haven. So if you wouldn't mind setting this up for us a little bit. So you've got these three fictional monks, one very real island. What's going on?
Well, it's around the year 600, and Irish Christianity is known for attempts to get away from it all. Ireland was so rural at the time, they didn't even have any towns yet, and yet bands of monks would set off and try and get to the most isolated spot they could and build kind of a pure fortress of prayer to fight off the devil. So my monks end up drifting out to sea and landing on what is now Skellig Michael, which viewers may recognize as the location of Luke Skywalker's hideaway.
Right.
It's the most extraordinary landscape I've ever seen.
Yeah, and you did see it in person, right? You were
I was
able
on
to go
a
back.
little tourist boat trip around the Skelligs, and I was looking up at these steps that the monks cut into the stone cliffs. And I was thinking, how would you begin to survive there in the 6th century, and why? You know, what would drive you there? So it became immediately in my mind a kind of survivalist story with a very paradoxical double motive. Like we have to live through the night, but we also have to give glory to God.
I love how finding out the origins of how novels are created. That you were boating by this island, and then the story started to form in your mind. Really,
by the end of the boat trip, I had the entire plot in my head.
Really. That is fascinating. And I am curious about your research in terms of what went into this. You weren't physically able to get to the island, like on the island, right?
Yes, COVID interrupted my trip. I still have the ticket someday when I can get there.
Oh, that'll be fun to go after, writing
and
the
luckily,
novel,
it's
right?
a much photographed and videoed island. I got to use people's videos of kayaking around it, people's GoPro camera videos of climbing up those vertiginous steps.
I can't imagine.
And yeah, the deep dives and research I had to do about
so what did you do?
Oh, what shape their tonsure would be, say. You're probably picturing monks with a little oval. No, the Irish monks, it was triangular. I had to work out whether they wore underwear. Luckily, the Romans recorded that those softy Celts did wear underwear. So
it's all those little details, though, that's what that make the pages come alive.
Absolutely, and people on the internet, making their own Neolithic-style pipes out of swan bones, or working out how to carry fire from one place to another and not burn your stomach. I'm so grateful to all those hobbyists.
I know, isn't the internet an amazing thing? It can be, I should say. Now, the monks in your book are rowing to the island, and I understand your father-in-law played a little bit of a part in terms of correcting some things for you.
I had made a few very basic errors. Yeah, I was using a word for, the top of the boat, which was actually a lower bit, and I had them anchoring out in the middle of the sea, and he said they're going to be tipped over by the weight of that. The anchors were very basic in those days. It was a giant rock with rope tied around it and thorns.
Right,
so,
right.
yeah, he got my monks safely to the island. I've always relied on my friends and family for the basic stuff I don't seem to know, despite all my research.
Well, listen, there's the internet, and then there's family and friends, and they will all put you in the right place. You adapted your bestseller Room, as we know, into a movie and a play. You are in town today because of another one of your books, The Wonder. Congratulations, premiering at TIFF tonight. What is it like as an author to, you write the story, and then you see the characters come alive on screen? What's that like?
It's wonderful, but it's two very different pleasures. Haven right now feels like my baby. I own it. I made up every word in it, even if I'm grateful to my father-in-law. Whereas The Wonder at this point is a film starring Florence Pugh, directed by Sebastian Lelio. So it's not mine anymore. It belongs to all those different people who took one aspect, like the props, the double-wicked candles, the costumes, the cinematography. Each of those specialists poured their collaborative energies into this project. So it's going to be fabulous tonight, but it's not mine anymore.
Well, this is a stunning novel. Thank you so much for joining us this morning to talk about Haven, everybody. Emma, thank you. And enjoy TIFF, by the way.
I will.
You have been, and you will.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.